Chosen vessels, what's good? Look, when you feel something, right, trying to tug you back into talking to a toxic person, it might be the devil. You left that person for a reason. Think about it. Somebody doesn't treat you right. You don't like what's going on in a relationship, a friendship, a situationship, a job, whatever. If you don't like how you're being treated, right? If you're not being treated how you would want to be, if how these people are treating you doesn't match to the standards that you set for yourself and how you want to be treated personally, I wouldn't go back to that person. And it might just be the devil trying to pull you back. When you are in a state of lack, you tend to think irrationally than you would think if you were in a state of having. When you have something, think back to how you act versus when you feel you don't have something. Sometimes when you feel you don't have something, you may be tending to act a little bit more desperate. You may think like, oh man, this is the only opportunity, or oh man, somebody's here right now. I should take the opportunity right now while this person's here. Be patient and wait, because somebody else that's better for you, that's meant for you, will come. You don't want to keep taking stale leftovers. It's going to make you sick. If it's leftover, if it didn't work out, if it was toxic, you wouldn't want to bring that back into your life. Okay? Once food is stale past the expiration date, you don't eat it or you get sick. Some people are going back to relationships that are past the expiration date and wondering why they're getting sick. But if you're eating something that's not good for you and you know it's bad for you, just because you're hungry, you're going to get sick. You know it's not good for you. You know you should have thrown it out, put it in the trash. It's old, it's moldy. Meaning, not calling the person old and moldy, but saying that the energy that they were giving off is just, it's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. So just like if you were to eat that food that is past due, past its expiration date, if you go back and eat that food, you're going to be sick. Possibly have to go to the hospital. So, with that being said, using that in reference to a relationship or somebody who's not good for you, if you go back to that same toxic energy that's past this expiration date, you know that that person's no good for you. You know that relationship, that partnership, that friendship, it didn't work out. You know that it's bad for you. So if you go back to that toxicity and you get sick, you have nobody to blame but yourself. And God's just going to be looking down at you, scratching his head like, why in the hell did he go back to her? Why in the hell did she go back to him? I let them know that they don't have no business being together. All right. I learned that when you argue with a person all the time, that means you guys aren't supposed to be together. If you guys are arguing day in, day out over little things, can't find any type of resolution, conflict resolution, you guys can't settle anything, all it does is you just wait for the argument to go away, and then you guys are good for a few days, and you start arguing again. That's not the person for you, and you have to be aware of that. And you'll feel it the whole entire time. You'll be getting feelings, getting vibes. The person will probably even get upset because they could pick up on the fact that you know deep down inside that person ain't for you. And I honestly think that's why people get upset, and why things don't work out the way they're supposed to, because people could tell like, oh, this person's not really don't even want to be with me. They're just being with me. And it's like, if you don't have the heart, if you don't have the wherewithal, if you don't have like the guts or whatever, I guess you could call it, if you don't feel that you can move on from that situationship or that relationship, then what's going to happen is it's just going to get worse, and it's just going to get worse, and it's just going to get worse. So if it's already at that point, right, then why go back to somebody like that? Why go back to that person? Okay? You don't want to go back to those situations like that. Me personally, I don't let it get to the point where I don't let it get that bad. Once it starts getting bad, once I see it's not working out, I'm out. And anytime I didn't trust my instincts on that, I got burnt. So anytime you feel that it's not good, anytime, I don't know what the hell's wrong with my phone, why this freaking music won't keep playing. It keeps skipping off, but this ain't nothing but the devil. I done put the repeat on it, and now the repeat's off of it. There we go. Anyway, easy fix. You don't want to keep going back to these people. You shouldn't be going back to them in the first place. Once people show you who they are, you have to believe them. All right. If you go back to them, that's on you. If you think you can't do better, that's on you. I know sometimes we think we can't do better, but you can't be weak like that. You can't be weak-minded like that. You got to strengthen up. What's the Bible say? Let the weak say, I am strong. You're going to have to be strong, okay? And hold it down for you. Because if you get weak and you go back to somebody you know you don't have no business going back to, that's your fault, homie. That's your fault, sis. You can't do that. You have to know that there's other people out there. Yeah, you might have a couple lonely nights, might be lonely for a little bit, but when that person does come in your life, number one, you're not going to have any extra baggage. Number two, you're not going to be as damaged. And number three, you won't have nobody in your life that you got to get out of your life. That person's already going to be out your life. You'll have a clean slate. You're going to be like, this is nice now. I've been by myself for a little bit, got some time to figure things out, find me, figure out who I am, what I like, what I'll stand for, what I appreciate from a person, what I'll tolerate, what I won't tolerate, and then now you can do your thing. But personally, today, I would just chill out from the whole relationship thing. That's just my observation, because it's people are too accessible for other people, and nobody's really taking it. People will say they take something serious, but when they're not around you, how do you really know? And with today, with phones, it's too much temptation. So me knowing people, me being pretty, I wouldn't say a relation, me being knowledgeable about relationships and stuff like that, I'm telling you, like it didn't even take a lot. I got into a few relationships, I already seen what it was hitting for, and I said, whoa. I said, wait a minute, if it's like this and it's like that, and then when the person ain't around you, and then all these other things, I'm like, you know what? With the way the world is today, I'll just fall back. I'm not saying it's bad getting a relationship. I'm not saying if you're in a relationship, break up with the person. Do whatever makes you happy, all right? Be with whoever makes you happy. But if you know the person is no good for you and you already tried and it failed, don't keep trying. And also, with the way relationships are today, if you could see, if you could see things, if relationships, the way they work today, if it's not working out for you, I would just fall back, just chill, and just work on yourself and make yourself the best version that you could be. So that way, when you run into somebody that you're interested in, there's no toxicity. You don't have any emotional baggage. You're not hurt. Okay? There's a lot of hurt people out here trying to fall in love. That's why people are toxic. That's why people are damaging other people in relationships. People aren't taking care of themselves internally and then getting into a relationship expecting that person to take care of them. And then when that person doesn't meet that person's needs, hey, you're not making me feel how I'm supposed to feel. You're not giving me what I think is love. You're not loving me how I feel I should be loved. You're supposed to love yourself. All that person is supposed to do is love themselves and then bring the love that they have and add it to the love you have. And y'all supposed to have a companionship. Nowadays, you got broken people coming with 25% and want you to fill in the other 75%. And the other person got their percentage as well. Oh, this person got to do this, that, and the other for me to... Man, it's too much people trying to get something out of the other person instead of just being with the person. What can I get from this person instead of just wanting to be with them? What happened to just wanting to be with people? No, not anymore. With with the money culture and all the other culture aspects of the Western society and just the world period, with technology and phones and easy access to everything, relationships it's going to be a challenge if that's what you choose to do. It's going to be a real challenge. Because me personally, I just know people, and it's human nature, and it's like, okay, like that's another thing, man. People expect you to ignore the nature of who they are when you get into a relationship. Just because you're in a relationship is not going to stop a man from being a man. Just because you're in a relationship is not going to stop a woman from being a woman. So we have to figure out, right, whatever a man's purpose is and whatever a woman's purpose is, and then once that's figured out, once a man's on his purpose, once a woman's on her purpose, and everybody's got their thing working together, boom, you can come together as a unity, all right, as a group. But until then, until people want to take responsibility for their own actions, until people are mature enough to hold themselves accountable, okay, and until you can find somebody on that level, and until you can get on that level yourself, not just putting this on other people, until we can get to that point ourselves, then it's not really good to get in a relationship. Because it's like, why you want to get into a relationship broken and hurt and damaged? That's like being jacked up. You just got smacked by, you know what I'm saying, you just got, say you're a football player, you just got smacked last game and your body hasn't healed up yet, but you want to go out and play anyway. You're not going to be playing to your best ability, and you could potentially even get hurt worse. People don't understand that, though. They're just like, oh, new relationship, new me. It don't work like that. You have to have time to heal yourself, okay? That's why people are toxic in the first place, because they're not healing themselves. They think somebody else is going to heal them. I can't heal you. You got to heal you. You got to heal that heart, baby girl. I might be able to help you heal yourself. All right, I might be able to induce some healing for you, but I can't physically heal you. You have to do that to yourself. You have to heal your own heart, mind, body, soul. Nobody's going to be able to do that to you. That's something between you and God, man. That's between you and the Creator. People out here getting in relationships expecting somebody to be God, man. Create a miracle for me. No, you create a miracle for yourself. You ask God for a miracle for you. But back to what I was saying originally. Toxic, and this is why people are toxic. That's just a little breakdown on why people are toxic in these relationships, because they're not healing. And then you're getting in a relationship with somebody, you're getting with somebody, and then they got their toxic, unhealed energy, and then they're spreading it to you, upset at you, taking their anger, frustration, everything out on you, making you their problem, okay? And then you wondering why it didn't work out. That person wasn't healed. That was a damaged person who you got into a relationship with. Hurt people. You get into a relationship with a damaged person, they're going to be expecting you to heal them. You're supposed to be my peace. You're supposed to be my this. You're supposed to be my that. No, you're supposed to be your own that, sweetheart. Use whatever you need, you're supposed to be that for you. I can only be whatever I need for me. Then we can come together as two healed people, two non-toxic people, and work this thing out. But until then, I would just stay to yourself, keep to yourself, focus on your bag, focus on your finances, get your mind right, be spiritually, mentally healthy, sound, all those things, okay? You want to be mentally sound, you want to be mentally healthy, you want to be physically healthy, physically fit, okay? If you have any insecurities, any things you need to be working on, work on them so you can feel good around a person. You won't be hating on them, won't be jealous of them. Like, it's a lot of people that get into a relationship, they be jealous of their partner, man. That's toxic as hell. And it's like, bro, I would rather stay by myself and just do me. And just think about it. Like, people forget, like, this is all the stuff you're going back to. When you leave a person and you go back to them that was no good to you, you're going back to the toxicity. You're going back to that if they're not healed, if they didn't heal themselves yet. You're going back to that unhealed person. All right. Time does heal stuff, but you have to work on yourself as well. Okay. You have to work on yourself as well. It's just like working out. It's just like going to the gym. Just because time passed by doesn't mean you're going to get all big or cut or lean. You have to do something, all right? And what you have to do, right, is you have to protect your energy and make sure that you're not putting yourself back into toxic situations, because those toxic situations are going to break you down. If it already broke you down the first time, just a little time away, just a little distance going back to it's not going to make it any better. What you have to do is be strong, hold it down, and wait for somebody new to come into your life. Stop trying to jump into relationship to relationship to relationship. You got to heal yourself. You just got out of a bad relationship. You just got away from somebody that was toxic as hell. You need time to process that. You need time to heal. You need time to fix your wounds. You need time to fix yourself mentally, spiritually. Okay, maybe even physically. Maybe you need to go to the gym, release some stress. Okay, work out, change yourself, better yourself, so that way you could love yourself more. Because you can't get into a relationship expect somebody to love you if you don't love you. A lot of people don't even love themselves. They're just expecting somebody else to love them, yo. And that's a whole nother video right there. But you can't expect somebody else to love you if you don't really love yourself like that. I'm gonna get with him and he'll love me. No, he's gonna end up leaving you. That's what's gonna happen for that girl over there with that confidence. You're gonna be like, yo, what is it about her? You may even look better than her. But confidence is sexy, y'all. So it's like you really have to work on you and make sure you're good, okay? Don't be impatient. Don't go back to no toxic relationship just because you don't have nobody, all right? Don't let the devil try to fool you into thinking that you need to get somebody that quick, okay? Stop worrying about everybody else and what they're doing. Oh, they look so happy. They're in a relationship. They could be faking that shit, okay? They could be faking that relationship happiness just to appear that way to other people. All right, you never know what's really going on in somebody's relationship. And once I found out that people was together and not even really happy, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, I was right, man. I thought I was alone. I was doing the right thing, man. Being alone is good. You can get yourself right, get yourself mentally good. Then when you get around other people, they're going to be confused as hell. Who is this healed, mentally healthy person? And it's like people walking around sick and thinking that's healthy and thinking that's acceptable. And it's like, oh, you're not sick like us? No, I'm not. No, hell no. No, no. I'm not, man. I took the time to work on myself, got my heart broken, got my heart shattered, you know what I'm saying? And I worked on me, I healed me, and now I'm better. Now I feel good. Now I know how to handle myself in relationships. All right. Now when I get into a relationship, I know to love me and not put too much into that relationship to where I'm gonna get hurt, whether if it work out or whether it don't work out. I know how to come back, man. You might be down, I might be down for a little bit, but it's not gonna affect me like it would to where if I was like, if I fell in love, you know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to love people, but you look up that fall shit, man. Falling, okay? You don't want to fall in anything. Would you want to fall in your finances? Would you want to fall in health? Would you want to fall on the ground? Okay. Would you want to, what else? What else? Would you want to fall in health? Would you want to fall in wealth? Would you want to fall in finances? Would you like you don't want to fall in any of those things? So why would you want to fall in anything else? Just thinking about it. Okay. Words are spells. Words have vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Like this stuff is deep, man. They got people, literally people don't know what the hell they're saying today, casting all unnecessary spells and saying this and saying that and don't even know what the words mean, man. I still got to catch myself sometimes and make sure I'm doing what's right. That's why I'm always looking up words and looking up this. Like you'll look up something and think it means something, but it means totally different, something totally different. And whatever the original meaning was, they could change it however many times they want. That original meaning is still going to be with that vibration of that original meaning is still with that word. Because you got to think about it. Even if you want to be like, well, it's been used for that many years. All right. It's been put out into the universe with that many years, with that energy, with that vibration, with that connotation. Okay. It's been put out for that many years. Now it just got changed. They're playing games on people, man. So it's like the fact that certain words used to mean other things and now people are saying it and using it. And that's probably why everything's jacked up. Because people are saying stuff, don't know what it means, and then manifesting certain things that they didn't know that they were manifesting. But that's a whole nother video right there. But still, so we can stay on track. There's a lot being said in this video. It all ties together with each other. Stop going back to people that are no good for you, okay? Stop going back to people that's no good for you. If you know the person was no good for you, if you was anxious around this person all the time, we don't mean a happy anxious. We don't mean a good anxious. We talking about when they leave, you could breathe. We talking about that type of anxious, that type of anxiety. Once they leave, you can breathe. Okay, if it feels like that, don't go back to that. You're going to have to find it in you to cut that person off. No matter how long you've been with that person, no matter how many times you've been in the bed with that person, okay? No matter how much intimacy, physical, love, whatever you're going to call it, no matter what y'all got, if it ain't right, if it's leaving you drained, if it's making your head hurt, if it's making you stressed, okay? For your own health benefit, you're going to have to cut that off, sweetheart. You're going to have to cut that off, dog. You're going to have to be by yourself for a little bit. You're going to have to confide in you, okay? You're going to have to turn to God and make sure that you are okay and make sure that you love yourself and make sure that you're mentally fit. It's a lot that goes into you. People want to put so much into a relationship like it's one person. Like that relationship is a person. You supposed to be putting that into yourself. Most of the time you get into a relationship, it'd be one person putting in, and the other person ain't doing jack diddly squat. Ain't heard that in a while, have you? Jack Diddley, yo, put in the comments if you ain't heard Jack Diddley squat in a minute. The other person ain't doing Jack Diddley, man. And it's like, if you can see these things, you have to be smart. Don't get with nobody who's just so because, oh, she's pretty. I'm gonna get with her, just give her everything. No, fool, don't do that. You're gonna be looking dumb out here. And you're gonna be broke out here, okay? Don't do that. All right? That's something that you don't do. All right? Don't do that. Same with the ladies. Oh man, I'm gonna give him everything. All right, girl, go ahead. Do it if you want to. End up with nothing. Don't be mad at Drew too when he drained you dry. Don't do it, man. Don't be with these users. Don't be with these losers. Okay, it's got to be even. All right. Once people stop putting into it, I stop putting into it. You know, once people stop putting into stuff, I stop putting into it. You put out that energy, I'm putting out that energy. You putting out just for me, I'm putting out just for me. Okay. And that's how it's got to be, y'all, because you have to protect yourself. You can't be out here just for the sake of just being with somebody. Oh, well, at least I got somebody. That's dumb as hell, man. Well, I had somebody when I was with that person. They may have treated me bad, but at least I had somebody. Man, you better be by yourself. You'll be treated bad and broke. You don't want that. You don't want to be treated bad and have somebody hit you up for money and stuff like that. That's whack. So that's why once people, if that person gives you some money, you make sure you give that person a little bit of money. That person takes you out and buys you some food, make sure you buy that person some food. Make sure it's even exchange. Once it starts becoming lopsided and one-sided, you out, and don't go back to it. Be patient, okay? Gotta give you somebody that you love. Gotta give you somebody that you like. Gotta give you somebody that you can love on and that'll make you happy. Why you think there's so many other people in the world? That one of them is walking around just waiting for you. Thank you for watching this video. Smash that like, smash that subscribe, smash that share, because we almost out of here. I want you guys to continue watching my videos. I appreciate the feedback, the comments, and the love. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Druuill out, y'all. GCV.